2-month stretch.
That's real.
This is when Mel Kiper shines, because he's the guy that is ESPN's draft analyst. He is the guy that puts out the mock drafts. Sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong, but we've got nothing else to go against except for what he has right now. So, Theo, do you want to get some interesting tidbits on what Mel Kiper is going to happen this year?
How about I say yes in the form of a little NFL Films music, man? You know I like me a good mock draft. The thing I like most about mock drafts is how wrong they are, especially in February. So let's kick things off 2 months ahead of the NFL draft, a couple days ahead of the NFL draft combine. Mel Kiper's mock draft. CCAT, let's get into it.
So what did we hear from Tennessee? What they're going to do with the number 1 overall pick? It's not that they said a position, a school, a player. It was almost a description of the person that they want to draft number 1 overall.
Yeah.
Generational talent.
Yep. Generational talent, baby. Once in 20 years, I guess you can define that.
So they didn't go quarterback. They didn't go athlete, combo player like Travis Hunter. They're going with Penn State edge rusher Abdul Carter is the projected number 1 overall pick to the Tennessee Titans per Mel Kiper's mock draft.
Here's what I'll say about this. He is that level of player to where I think you can consider him, quote-unquote, a generational talent, but wouldn't we say the same thing about Myles Garrett and the same thing about maybe even a Micah Parsons? Like, if there's 2 guys currently in the league that you would put over him and say that they're generational talents, can he really be generational?
Probably not.
Yeah. But I'll still say, you know what? He's that level of talent. I can see him going number 1 overall. That's your Penn State Nittany Lion. I like that pick.
He's a great player.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But the Titans have a lot of problems, so maybe just picking the best player available is the route that they should take.
Yeah.
At the number 2 projected pick per Mel Kiper from ESPN, your guy, the very own Miami quarterback Cam Ward, going number 2 to the Cleveland Browns. Hey, you're going to Cleveland. Maybe you can bump into him if he gets drafted for the Browns.
Yeah, I think both of us would be depressed about that. I think both of us would. I got to say, I forgot about my whole, I talked about how the Miami Hurricanes football season has been a despair. It was depressing how it ended, and the only thing they can reclaim the confidence of me and can make this season worthwhile is if Cam Ward becomes a number 1 overall pick. He didn't get the Heisman. We did not make it to the ACC championship game, and of course we missed out on the 12-team playoff. If Cam Ward has to go number 2 and he has to go to Cleveland, I would cry. I would cry on draft night on behalf of my brother, Cam Ward. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen. Fingers crossed that the Titans pull the trigger or the Browns trade back or something, because come on, man, that's a bad situation, especially when you got Deshaun Watson still on contract over there. Like, golly.
We go to the number 3 overall pick. But the New York Giants are. We heard earlier that Joe Shane, GM of the Giants, going to turn over every rock to figure out the quarterback position for next year's Giants. So this rock they're turning over in the NFL draft, it doesn't have a quarterback. Instead, it has 2-way Heisman-winning Travis Hunter going number 3 overall to the Giants.
And for full disclosure, I have not looked at this Mel Kiper 2.0 draft. I wanted CCAT to read it out to me here live on the air so you can get real, raw reactions. Whew. I honestly can't say that wouldn't be bad. If you think about it, what is the one unit on the Giants that is like formidable, that is good, that is strong?
Defense.
Defensive line, the front 7 specifically. And if you add to that an elite level corner, an elite level defensive back that can play probably any position in the defensive secondary, and he can help you on offense as a secondary weapon with Malik Neighbors, I think that if Travis Hunter is available, the Giants should take a swing at him. If not, I have no clue where they should go, because there's a lot of holes on that roster, and it does not feel like Shedeur Sanders does anything about helping them win in year 1.
Now, we're not going to pretend to know anything about analyzing college offensive linemen.
No,
so I'll
skip
spare you.
That, please.
Patriots apparently might go offensive tackle.
Nice.
The guy from LSU.
Congrats. Was that Campbell?
Yeah.
Yeah, Will Campbell.
What am I? I'm selling you short.
I know the names. I don't know what the hell he does well. Oh, the guy, this is 3-point stance, and then when he gets off well. And have you seen this dude kick? I ain't doing no O-line. What's pick 5?
Jaguars have the 5th pick, and they're going to go with the defensive tackle from Michigan, Mason Graham. So not a weapon for Trevor Lawrence, or even doing the unthinkable and thinking about a quarterback or whatever.
Yeah. You're beefing up a strong unit. I mean, you're supposed to have, Tavon Walker and stuff. Like, I guess.
This is very interesting to me.
Yeah.
At number 6 overall, we still have a really big name in the quarterback. It's a 2-quarterback draft, right? That's what I overheard.
Right, Cam Ward.
Shedeur Sanders has yet to be picked in this Mel Kiper mock draft. The Las Vegas Raiders select Ashton Jeanty, running back, Boise State.
Wow.
Heisman runner-up.
Wow. Why? I mean, they went Brock Bowers. They went Brock Bowers last year, and if they go Jeanty this year, if Mel Kiper is right, are they pulling a Detroit Lions? Are they going Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs? I mean, that was the same year they did that, though, right? So it'll be different, but I don't know. I think investing highly like that in a running back that could be quote-unquote generational, the next Bijan, the next Saquon, could help you out. But I would hope they do other things around that roster to make it formidable, because a great running back ain't so great when you ain't good.
Thinking like the last Saquon, it didn't work out with the team that drafted him. It was a waste.
It was a waste.
Like, sure, he gave you a couple of highlights, but Saquon was at the mercy of what surrounded him.
That's the problem with drafting a running back early, is usually that means you have a bad team.
Yeah. Right.
So,
and finally, we have Shedeur Sanders come off the board with the 7th overall pick in the NFL draft.
To the Jets?
To the New York Jets.
Why? Okay. All right. Cut the music. Mel Kiper. What the hell is he drinking? Has he already gotten to Indianapolis? Has he already gotten there? Maybe he was like kind of hot and had the fevers from the St. Elmo's shrimp cocktails or something. What the hell is he talking about?
Yeah, he is saying that Sanders isn't expected to fall out of the top 10.
Oh, my God.
But he kind of has him at the lowest of any mock drafter or draft analyst that we've seen so far. New York Jets selecting Shedeur Sanders at number 1 overall.
Or number 7, technically. Yeah. But
I said it's number 1, sorry.
So here's just quickly on that, because we're gonna wrap this up and get to the other side. We got a special guest that's gonna come in here, drop some knowledge, talk some ball with us. So I want to make this as clear and concise as possible, because I respect Mel Kiper in his opinion too. And this is only mock draft 2.0. Who knows what happens in 3.0?
Yeah,
it's just getting started.
When do we drop the .0?
Right. That's a good question, because does he ever do like a 0.5?
He drops a 0.5 like in the middle of the draft.
Yeah,
like after the first 15 picks are selected, they give you enough of that damn broadcast.
Yeah.
Like Mel Kiper can pump out the final 17 picks of the first round before pick number 17's there.
It's almost like when he finishes mock draft 4.0, and then he doesn't quite, he's not quite ready to put out 5.0, so he just half-asses one, and here goes 4.5. It's a half-ass Mel Kiper mock draft.
He woke up in the middle of the night, got a glass of water, and it's like, you know what? Let's pump out a 0.5 of a draft.
Here you go. So Mel Kiper, great dude, big head of hair. He did want to ban the cover too, because offenses started slow at the beginning of last year too, and then we saw how that ended. So again, sometimes he misfires. I'm tell you all right now, that's a clear misfire. If the Raiders at 6 have an opportunity to get one of Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward, I do believe they pull the trigger there. I do believe Shedeur is a Tom Brady guy, right? They're really locked in. They're really close. Brady believes in him. He believes in his ability to process, the way he thinks the game and everything like that. He mentors him. So I don't see Brady letting Shedeur slip past them, especially with no answer at quarterback. And also, if you are the Raiders and somehow, some way, the better quarterback prospect than Cam Ward slips to 6, there's no way you're passing on him. And you're definitely not doing so to get a running back when the rest of your roster looks the way the Raiders roster looks. It just makes no sense in general. And what I will say is Kiper is right. If Shedeur's there at 7, maybe the Jets do take a swing on him. But it literally makes no sense for the Raiders at 6 to pick a running back when they could either trade back if they don't want Shedeur or just select the quarterback that Brady loves. It's just that simple.
We can't have our guy, Florida State, Benjamin